Hi there, I'm Sade Salami. I'm one of the owners of Everyday Froday, and I also run an event management company called Fresh Strawberry and have a hair page called Natural Style Story. So I'm recording this while we're in quarantine right now in the UK, and I think this is the best time to start putting together ideas or planning your business. And also essentially, especially if it's something that can be done online, like testing the waters as well. I think it's really important to use this time in the most creative way possible to help you kind of get through things, basically. I'm here in my little kitchen today, and I'm just going to give you some things to think about when you're actually starting your business. First of all, think about your motivations. My motivations when I started my business was actually trying to find a solution for myself. So I'm dyslexic, so when at the time I was starting the business, well, my main business for Strawberry, I was doing graduate tests and that sort of thing, trying to get onto a graduate scheme, and I kept on failing at the test. So I knew I had to build something that was made for me specifically, and also kind of went around the skills that I have. So at the time, my skills were really about bringing people together, being organised and having a good time. So going down the event route was very, very seamless for me. So that really works. So what are your motivations? Why are you doing this? What is it for? What's at your core? Think about that. So when you're trying to decide what kind of business you want to do, just look at what your skills are. Look at the people around you. Are you going to work with your just on your own? Are you going to pair up with someone? When starting Fresh Strawberry, my main business, that was with a friend, and moving. So originally was modeling an agency, and doing that was like a suggestion from her boyfriend. So it was about being open and also following our gut feeling in terms of like, this is something that can work, this is something that could do, and then really and truly just going for it and being prepared to like fail fast as well. Running your own business is not for everybody. So when looking at the skills that you have, I personally think that your skills can vary. It really depends on the type of business that you have. But in terms of attributes, what you're looking for is like, are you determined? Do you have drive? Can you push yourself? Can you be your own personal cheerleader? When things are really tough, can you keep going? Like, can you see the bigger picture? And can you deal with the detail as well? Those are the type of things that I think are kind of universal when we're looking at business owners. So essentially you have to be some sort of like go-getter, and to have that, and how do you build those skills if that's not naturally you? And I think like you can look at it in terms of like, say if it was like some sort of athlete and you have to train every day, you might not be the best in the beginning, but by putting in the time, putting in the hours, you get better and better and better. And I think that's the same with any business as well. Or business owner, just having that go-getter mentality is just about keep pushing forward. Most businesses that do well are just simply consistent. Really, they keep on pushing forward bit by bit, taking it one day at a time, and always having their eyes on the prize. One thing that people look for is role models. Now growing up, I didn't really have many role models, apart from your like typical like looking up to people like Oprah and that sort of thing. My main kind of in my circle or close to me, my role model was my dad. He had his business at one time as well, so that was kind of aspirational to me. But then also, I just don't think you necessarily need role models. I think that it's always good to have examples, of course, but that drive and determination comes from you. So while it is cool to see people that look like you doing a similar sort of thing, don't let that be, don't rely on that too much. You could be that person for other people. So just keep going and keep pushing on with it. In terms of actually having capital to start up your business, so having that cash. So some people go through the VC route. I didn't go through that, so I don't really know about that, to be honest. What I done was initially with my friend, we put our own money in, and then when we started to make money, we just reinvest it back into the company over and over again. And I personally, that's what I know, and that works for me. And what it will do is it will show you quite quickly, I think, I may be wrong on this, but quite quickly, whether you actually have a business or not. Like sometimes when you get from what I can see, you get a big cash injection, it can really kind of skew whether there's actually a business here. And you're really only in business if you're kind of making money. Well, that's the school of thought I come from anyway. So yeah, I think save up, if you work a job, put money aside and take that money and then invest it into your business. In terms of like having a business plan and things like that, for me, I didn't have that. Never really had a business plan. I can have an idea or a strategy in terms of like where I want to go and what I want to achieve, but I really just tend to flesh those out and then now obviously work with my teams and kind of make the things that I want to happen. But I mean, you can just do a napkin plan where it's just basically like looking at the overall aims and objectives you're trying to achieve. But I don't think it's always necessary, depending on the type of business you're trying to do, and also if you have investors and that sort of thing, to do a business plan. Essentially, might not be a popular opinion though. In terms of difficulties, I mean, anything can happen. For me personally, the difficulties I have faced have been about me and how developing my skills, right? So managing people, for example, that was not something that came naturally to me. I had to work on that really, really hard, and I'm in a much better place than I just started out of. Also, things like managing cash flow as well. That was something that really took a while for me to master. The thing is, with these things, you don't know what you don't know. So you kind of just have to have an open mind and be willing to learn when things come up. So in terms of having a work-life balance, so balancing work, my friends, social life, that sort of thing, I am really, really lucky that I have a really good team, so I don't have to do everything on my own. Before that, I probably wasn't doing so well, to be honest, and I was really apprehensive about delegating and that sort of thing. But over time, I've, make sure that the people that work for me, I trust them to do the job, and it makes it easier in order to delegate and that sort of thing. And also as well, like not necessarily take it on board so much anymore, like every little result, and knowing that people have to learn and give them space to excel in what they're doing. So yeah, I've definitely carved out more time for myself. For any person trying to set up a business or thinking about it, I think just go for it, just start. In the UK at the moment, we're under quarantine, so we have time, so use this time, test things out, especially if you're doing some sort of online business, set up the site, build the social media page, like let's go, let's do it kind of thing. That's the only way you're going to know whether or not your idea really has legs, so just do it. The first year for any business can be super, super difficult. You really, really just have to keep pushing through as much as possible. Sometimes it can be really disappointing when you don't get any orders, or no one's following you on social media and those kind of things, but it does take time. So I would just say, as long as you're not putting yourself personally at risk, like with budgets and that sort of thing, just keep going, keep persevering. It does take a while to build up, in some cases, that momentum with people and them getting to know and understand your brand. So yeah, just keep going as much as you can. Oh my god, to celebrate our anniversary, you know what, because we're under quarantine right now, I'm not too sure what we're gonna do, but once this is over, we're definitely gonna have a party, for sure, and everyone's invited, so look out for details. Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you felt that it was useful. Remember to follow us on Everyday Froday, or check out other businesses, Natural Style Story and Fresh Strawberry too. See you on the next one.